Joe here, and welcome to this series called Super Snakes. And woohoo! First episode of the series, and I'm starting with an absolute stunning snake here, the West African forest cobra. You can see right now he's lining me up. Let's move this out of the way. This series is all about, isn't he amazing? It's all about showing off some of the snakes in this world that truly are spectacular. How's that strike? Right at me. And he's a big boy, as you can see. I'm going to bring him up a little bit there. If you'll let me get close to him, he's probably going to come at me again now. Watch how he'll go for my hand. Watch here, he's coming up. There we go. Right, big guy. Woo! Got me in a bit of a spot of bother. Let me just lift him up like this. The camera moves here, but he's coming back at me. Isn't he incredible? The West African forest cobra. Now, a lot of people won't know, you get 5 different species or subspecies now of forest cobras. It's actually been recently, just now, in 2019, split into those 5 different subspecies. Isn't he spectacular? Look as I come around, look at the front of his hood. How magnificent snake. Absolutely beautiful. He's the king of the forest. He's a lovely boy. Are you gonna come say hello, big guy? Yes, you are. And you see that struck right up at my face. Absolutely epic snake. And one of the snakes I respect more than almost any other snake in the entire world. So what makes this a super snake? Well, there are a couple of things. Number one, they're super big. You can see the size of the snake. Let me lift him up. Look how he's edging his body. Look at his body there. Don't know if you can see it on the camera. Watch how he's positioning. He's getting ready to launch himself at me. He's coming soon. He's coming. Look at his body working it up. It's like a spring being wound up. There we go. He winds that spring up, gets in a good position. Whoosh, comes right out. Look how high he is. Aren't you magnificent? Look how high he is. I mean, if I'm on his knee, on the same level as him on my knees, he's head out. That's super dangerous. Are you coming again? Come on, big boy. Look at him. Getting a little bit more leverage before he comes. There we go. Aren't you a big, beautiful boy? And as I was saying about his size, let me swing him around here. Actually, what makes it a little bit easier to work with is because he's such a big snake. But look at this. He should come up at my hand now. Look at the... There we go. Woohoo! Hello, big boy. I've got your number. There we go. It's all right. Works his way up the hook stick there. It's absolutely incredible how he does it. But look at the size. Just wants to come at me right now. Look at the size of the snake. Isn't that absolutely amazing? The girth and the weight. I mean, this is about an 8 kg, almost a 20-pound snake. Here he comes. Woo-hoo-hoo! How's that? Are you coming again? It's all right. Now, so the first thing that makes him a super snake is his immense size. In fact, they're the 4th longest venomous snake in the world, after the king cobra, the black mamba, the bushmaster. Then you have these guys getting right over the 3-meter mark. That's bigger than your coastal taipans. They're bigger. Just trying to get my breath back here. They're bigger than any other cobra species on the planet. In fact, they're the #1 true cobra in the world, the biggest true cobra in all the world. Isn't that amazing? So his size is really, really impressive. Fortunately, because this specimen is so big, he's a little bit slower than a lot of his smaller ones. So he's still got a massive strike. Look at his tail. Look how he's getting ready. He's going to lunge forward shortly. I'll get up here probably. There we go. You're a little bit close now, cousin. Woo! How's that, eh? He's agitated. He's going off like a frog in a sock, all over the place. And a snake like this keeps you on your toes, on your tippy toes, like a midget at a urinal, right up there. Beautiful, beautiful snake. And he's a super snake, not just because of his size, but it's because of his personality as well. How's his personality? He's not scared. A lot of snakes, black mambas for instance, they're nervous. Forest cobras are not nervous snakes. You can see that he's super confident. He's not taking his eyes off me. He's not trying to get away. He's defending himself. And as I come around, look how high he is now. As I come around, look at him turn. Look at him turn. And maybe he'll do a strike for us right at the camera. Come on, big guy. He's a little bit lower than we are now. Look at that. Boom! Isn't that incredible? Super confident snake. Absolutely amazing. Look how high up he can stand you. Look at that. Isn't that impressive? And it's a different thing when you're dealing with a snake that's confident rather than the one that's nervous. And that's where aggression is shown. And for me, when I'm working, and I've been working with venomous snakes for 20 years now, there's certain species that you work with, you have to be incredibly focused. And right now I'm keeping my eyes on this snake. I'm watching every movement of this snake. He's a dangerous, dangerous snake. He's grumpy, he's confident. Are you gonna come at me again, boy? I'm watching his body language, and years of experience and working with these elapids and many others have taught me to read the body language of them. Doesn't mean we don't make mistakes. Be very careful wiping my face, because particularly smart snakes, and he's a smart snake, they'll take any advantage. Some of my king cobras before, I've gone like this. As I've done that, comes at you and you can't see it coming. And that's why I'm wearing a glove, just as an extra defense mechanism. Although such a strong bite force, these forest cobras, I think it'll get through a glove. And look at the size of the venom glands on the back here. Not only is he big and cranky, but he's got super potent neurotoxic venom. Look at that. Turns around to look at the camera. Very good eyesight. He's got a great eyesight. He's got incredibly powerful neurotoxic venom. This snake will kill you within 2 hours, no doubts about it. And he'll bite on and he'll hold and he'll just pump that venom and chew it in, chew it in. Look at him standing up. Isn't that amazing? He's about a meter off the ground now, 3 foot off the ground, saying, I'm the boss of the forest, dingo. Watch out, I'm gonna come for you. Woo, he's getting higher. Wow, this is one of the highlights and the best experiences of my life here. I'm intimidated. I'm feeling a little bit out of my depth here because I've got a cobra putting up above my head. And they really are so reminiscent of a king cobra in many ways. Narrow, long hood. And even these ones, this particular specimen is from Togo, and you can see on the back of his hood these beautiful markings. Most forest cobras don't have that. Beautiful markings. I'm absolutely in love with the snake. I'm in awe of him. I think he is one of the most magnificent animals I've ever spent time with. The West African forest cobra. And I must be honest, guys, I'm absolutely in awe, and I fall in love with these snakes. Many years ago, the first West African forest cobra I ever had the privilege of looking after and keeping was 20 years ago. And ever since then, I've fallen in love with this snake. In South Africa, we have the East African forests. They're more brown, creamy color. But these big West African forests, absolutely spectacular and so dear to my heart. I'm in love with them. I really have so much respect for them. Respect and honor the West African forest cobra. And lastly, what I think makes this guy a super snake is the way they move. They can climb trees. They can swim through did you see that? As I looked away like it straight at me. They swim through rivers. They climb trees, as I said, go through the forest floor. In fact, this guy through thick forest like this, can be really tricky to catch him. Super, super dangerous snake, a beautiful snake, and a big, bold, confident one. The West African forest cobra. For all of those reasons and many, many more, one of the super snakes of the world. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this little cameo showing you this beautiful West African forest cobra. We'll see you next time. Dingo out.